In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through one of the most important steps that any person working in SPOL or actually responding to a standard that you need to know. What we're going to talk about in this presentation is how do you actually link documents in your narrative, but also not just linking them, but you want to make sure that when a reviewer clicks on that link in your document, in your narrative, that the evidence pops up. We do not want things just simply downloading, or dropping down for the reviewer to find and scout for. We want things to pop up immediately. So let's take a look at what I'm really talking about here. So the first thing I want you to do is go to Accreditation View My Standards. Once you're there, I'm going to let's go to a standard that I'm actually working on. And as you can see, I'm sure this looks very familiar. You can tell that it looks like I've finished the narrative, but I am now working on building the evidence within my narrative. And you can see, and that's what I always told you, to go ahead and highlight your evidence so it won't be difficult for you to find. If everything's in black, it can be difficult for you to find what you actually want to link. So if you take a look at this one, it's linked. You can tell by the line underneath it. So that must be one that I've already put in. And if you notice down here, there is no link. That means that I still need to build this one. So let's take a look to see if I did this one correctly. It says Student Handbook Complaint Process. When I click it, and let's pretend I'm a reviewer, what should happen is that it pops up directly on the page. So I just clicked it, and there we go. And the complaint process from the student handbook, as you see, popped up on the page for the reviewer. Notice that this document is 63 pages long, but we're able with SPOL to go in and pinpoint the exact page that we want the reviewer to focus in on, opposed to just giving them the entire document, right? And they have to scout it from the beginning. So that's the power of SPOL. So let me get out of this page. And so that's what I'm going to show you on this tutorial. Okay, so let's just pick one randomly. And the first step you want to do, you want to tell the computer what you're trying to link. So let's look at this one right here. Make sure, or don't forget, go to Edit first. Don't forget, you can't do anything, make any changes unless you're in Edit. So I'm going to find that link again. I may have passed it. Here it is. And I'm going to highlight it from the beginning to the end. So highlight the full link. That's step one. Then, as you recall from training, always go to Insert to load a document to anything. So I'm going to go to Insert, never do a link. Remember, we don't use links at Lawson. We have to use hard copies of things. And I'm going to go to Documents. Now, what I'm hoping you would have already done, and you can look at this in another video. We have a separate video on how do you load documents. That's not the purpose of this video. So we're going to pretend that the student handbook was, already loaded. It's already loaded, and so I'm just going to simply click on student handbook because I'm in the complaint process. So once I click on my document that I'm already loading, then I click Add Document Link. Now when you go to Add Document Link, it's going to ask you, please enter a page number or a page destination below. This is the step you cannot skip. This is the step that will allow the document to search specifically for a page number, right? And so I'm going to put the page number down. And that's the other thing. Remember with PDFs, this is very important. You may have noticed that it said page 6 on my document, but that may not necessarily be the correct number for the PDF. So you make sure you have that number. I'm guessing, I don't really recall, I believe it was around page 9, but we're just practicing today. But you need to make sure you have the correct number and also test it. You do not want to mess this up, and you always want to test to make sure whatever you number you put in here is the correct one. So once I do this, but this is what you have to do, this step right here, in order for that pop-up to work. If not, it will not work. So you put the page number and then you select Continue. So now you'll see is that now this document is linked. I'm not really sure why it didn't turn dark blue. That's a concern, but we do see that it's linked. So let's hit Save, and I'll troubleshoot the issue with why it didn't turn blue, and then hit Close. So I'm going to find this document. I'm going to see if it works. And it does. It talks in, well, I was close, right? Because page 6 is right here. So it would have been page 8. But you can see it's taken us right to the document. That's the purpose of this presentation, to show you. Okay, so those are the steps that you have to follow in order to get everything properly situated in your document here. That is extremely important. If you have any trouble, and again, I'll troubleshoot what's going on with why this is still blue, this color, so don't worry about it at this juncture. But it's extremely important that you do not forget this step. Now, for those of you who think that you have it, you don't have to continue watching the video. If those of you who want to see me do this one more time, please keep on viewing. So again, all I did, and by the way, you can delink a link. Let's show you that. I'm going to delink this one. Go to Edit. You can scroll down. Let me find it again. You can delink a link by just simply right-clicking it and just click Remove Link. Okay, so let's follow the steps again, and again, maybe we can correct this whole issue with the blue. You never know. Okay, so I highlight the entire area, go to Insert. So you go Edit, Highlight, Insert. Then go to Documents right here. Now remember, it's best to load the document first. And again, that's another video for that. So click on the Student Handbook. Now that we know the right page number is 8. So I'm going to hit Add Document Link over here. Entire document, never select that unless it's just a single, not even a single page. Don't even select it, period. When you select entire document, it will not pop up. So always select page number. Even if it's just one document, select page 1. So we're going to put in page 8, hit Continue. And it will highlight Faculty and Staff Handbook Complaints. And hit Save and Close. Now remember, the final step, we're not finished. The final step is to go in and then click it to make sure it lands on the right page. This is the step you cannot miss. Whenever you're working in SPOL, one of the things I want to stress is that you should never work in SPOL when you are rushing, especially when you're loading documents. So it's very important, and you can save yourself a lot of time and headaches, and the team a lot of time and headaches, by simply taking your time and checking everything. Well, that's it. I hope that this video has helped you to remember this important step. If you have any trouble, any aspect of SPOL, please reach out to me or Dr. Green or Dr. Keisha James. Thank you.